Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are watching from. Welcome back to the Izekson Hamidu YouTube Sports channel, where we give an insight or an enlightenment on the different sporting activities and updates that are taking place in the entire globe, be it football, netball, Rugby World Cup, Formula One, racing series, basketball, athletics, and all sports events that are taking place in the entire globe. As always, I'm your man, your guy, your friend, Izekson Hamidu, the sports encyclopedia, who has come again to take you via the new episode of sports as it goes. Today, many teams are in the many countries are playing their Euro qualifiers. Others are playing African qualifiers. There are those ones in the CONCACAF qualifiers, South African qualifiers, South American qualifiers, and even international friendlies that are taking place currently on the globe, where our best players, our following players, numerous players, and all are taking part in action. To those that are called on the national teams, but to those that are not called at the national team, they are still there with their clubs, and others are having a short holiday. So today, we are going to talk about the latest Premier League news that are taking place in the entire globe, in our clubs, Arsenal, Liverpool, Man U, Newcastle, Chelsea, and all the entire Premier League clubs at all. Just keep an insight, just keep tuned in on the Zexon Middle YouTube Sports channel. I hope when we finish this or when we quit this video, everything will be okay. To those that are naive upon something or latest news on the Premier League, I hope you will be updated and you keep running on latest software. So what do I have today in topic? Currently, I will just talk about I will start about by the Saudi Pro League transfer that ended, I think, some 1 day ago, where Liverpool fans are very happy that their star man Momo Salah or Mohamed Salah has stayed at Anfield after huge attempts from Al Ittihad, bringing in numerous amounts of money, but the Liverpool management has stayed calm, and it has never been overtaken by such huge sums of money over the influence of their biggest star man, Momo Salah, who was signed from AS Roma in 2017. And ever since, his signature has just made wonders at Liverpool, has won everything for Liverpool, even is the key man in that 30-year Liverpool drought that had spent without taking the Premier League. So this man led Liverpool to this. Amidst that, he has taken also 3 golden boots since he was signed to a winger. I think that is such good performance. Has been on the Champions League final. On the Champions League final 3 times, winning once and being runners up twice. So Liverpool are very happy upon that Al Ittihad earlier on had brought 150 million pounds to come and pursue the signature of Momo Salah with additional benefits such as a private jet, being paid the most wages in the whole world. But Liverpool and Momo Salah have stayed calm to keep their star man so that they can regain back European recognition. Remember, last season they managed to finish fifth, and they will be playing in the Europa League. Liverpool is always used to playing in the Champions League, so that was somehow a form of a decline. I hope this season they can improve on that, and you can even see their performance. That this season Salah has scored 2 goals so far, and they are already in the top 4 teams that are aiming for the Champions League. 4 games, they have drawn once, and they have won the last 3. So this Liverpool side, as Jurgen Klopp stated earlier on before the start of the season, that this is the new Liverpool reloaded, I think is acting by example or acting by action. So another news that we'll be having today is upon Arsenal star man. I don't know whether I can term him a star man or I can call him a flop, but it's upon you, viewers, subscribers, and then my fans and the supporters of Arsenal to identify where this guy falls. That is Nicolas Pepe. I remember earlier on when Arsenal signed Nicolas Pepe from Lille. By then was the record signing at 72 million pounds from Lille. I remember that season Nicolas Pepe had finished runner-up for the Golden Boot in the League One, and such his influences or performances persuaded the hearts of Arsenal management to go in for his signature. However, things did not move on as expected at Emirates Stadium. In the 112 games that this man played at Emirates Stadium, he only managed 27 goals since 2017. You can see to such a winger and a player of his caliber, or what we hoped out of him, things do not go on. But that's football. You can shine somewhere and you can fall out somewhere. So he just completed a transfer or a move, or he went on free move to Trazonspor he went to Trazonspor, that is in Turkey, to go and complete his signature. We wish him the best. Has been a Premier League star. Let us hope that whatever he goes to do that side, or what he did even at Arsenal, can be remembered. He's 28 right now. We think this Ivory Coast international winger can perform better. Remember, Trazonspor currently is in 7th position. As per his statement when we reached there in Turkey, he stated that I've come to win or to be a champion. Let us wish him the best. Amidst that, we are going to add on Anthony of Manchester United. Is going to delay on return to Manchester United training. Management and the Brazilian Football Authority have all reached measures that this Anthony has some issues, or he had some assault against his former girlfriend. I think the case has gone somehow viral, but previously he appeared even on Brazilian TV talking about this and defending his allegations. Good of it, he has not been arrested and has not yet been charged, and Manchester United stated that he will still be continuing to get his full salary as expected, as police is taking the matters to the next level. So I will keep updating you on the different updates or where we have reached upon this 23-year young winger from Brazil, formerly signed from Ajax by Erik ten Hag. To add on that, on the current Premier League news, our own Demarai Gray, you know that guy very well. He was one of the key players of the young team that was raised by Leicester. So he had good spells at Leicester. However, later on, he had to go to German Bundesliga on loan. That was in Bayer Leverkusen. Later on, he came to Everton. He had a good season. However, Everton have been struggling with form, fighting for survival and relegation. So currently, has finished his move from the Premier League. We hope the Saudi Pro League has gotten more measures or signing players of big impact, and currently he has gone to Steven Gerrard's team, that is Al Ettifaq, where players like Jordan Henderson are that were signed by Gerrard. And remember, these are all English players, so under English management of the great Steven Gerrard, we hope they will be given time to play more, so that this league is not all that competitive. I hope to hear more from the Saudi Pro League, and I'll keep you updated. But sorry, we as Premier League lovers, we have lost such a great talent. But football is all about moving from different parts to other parts. You never know what may happen in Al Ettifaq, but we wish him a success upon that. Besides that, still to add on that, I will be talking about Virgil van Dijk, the Liverpool captain and the Dutch captain, the 32-year-old man. Remember, after he signed, Liverpool signed him from Southampton at £75 million. That was a huge sum of money by then, and it was a British record before being taken over by Harry Maguire when Manchester United signed him from Leicester City. What is under Virgil van Dijk's news updates today? He has been given another he has been given another one more extra match ban upon his allegations over his red card that was given when Liverpool had a trip at St James Park. However, Liverpool had to manage and win this game 2-1. We expected him to miss only the Aston Villa game, but will go on to miss even the Wolves game that will be played on the 16th. So he will come back after 16th. I think this can be a huge blow, but amid this challenges that Liverpool is not having that all a hard fixture. I think they will not miss him much, in that even during his absence, they had to win their game 3-0. I hope in his return as the captain, they will miss his services as a leader, as a captain, as an experienced defender. But I think the next fixture, Liverpool will have to win. More so, it is playing against Wolves, which is not the Wolves of Nuno Espirito, which was stubborn. This one is quite weak, and Liverpool can go on to win this game. And he has been given another more additional fine besides being given 2 more extra games to miss. He was made to pay 100,000 euros as a fine for his allegations or reactions towards the red card that he was given by the center referee on that day. And even the chief of referees, Howard Webb, had a statement upon this and said that we will not give any honor to players or officials who misbehave on a match, will be dealt with accordingly. Virgil van Dijk also accepted this, that this was my first red card upon my signature in Liverpool, so it was such a huge frustration, but I hope actions like that won't be repeated again. Okay, to add more flavor on that, you remember our great one of the Liverpool good players. I think that is Philippe Coutinho. He had a very good spell when Liverpool signed him. I think those were times of Brendan Rodgers when he was signed from Inter Milan. He came to Liverpool, had good spells, and was one of the best footballers by then. That because of his performances, he had to attract big name teams like FC Barcelona that had to come in for his signature, and they signed him at a record £142 million, such huge sums of money. However, after his exit at Anfield, things did not go on well as expected, in that he spent 4 years at Camp Nou. He started some few matches, started being benched. Later on was even loaned to FC Bayern Munich, where he won even the Champions League by then. But on his return, I think he had no opportunity to play. That's how this talented Brazilian had to fall out with the form and persistence. So things did not go on well. However, because when you participate with people and you always live with people, you're always a good friend to people. This Steven Gerrard, whom he played against, or who was his former captain, after getting a job at Aston Villa as a coach, he invited him and signed him first on loan. He had a good spell during his signature at Aston Villa. He was even finally signed permanently, and he has a contract running until 2026. However, things started to fall out, in that under new management of Unai Emery, he has only started 2 matches this season, of which was coming on the bench. And in the first game against Everton, he only managed 22 minutes in the entire 90 minutes, and things did not go on well as expected. So has been sent on a season-long loan, that is to Qatar side. Has been sent to a season-long loan to Qatar side, that is Al Duhai, on loan until the end of the season. So I think this is how some of our superstars are trying to exit the entire globe. If at all he had stayed at Liverpool, I think would be one of the Liverpool greats. But because of money and teams like Barcelona coming in for his signature, I think things stand to be on the other way around, started to worsen. However, let us wish him success where he has gone, and we hope maybe he picks form from that side because he's only 31 years of age. The Lionel Messi are 36 years, they are still good. Cristiano Ronaldo is 38 years, is still good. So you never know, at 31, he may pick up and then regain confidence and replicates the performances that he had at Liverpool. Till then, I'm Ezekson Hamido, the Sports Encyclopedia. Thanks for viewing. Subscribe, comment, share, and I also accept feedback.